Hi everybody, thank you for joining me on today's edition of Glen's Retro Show. Well, today I had something delivered. It came by the U.S. Postal Service in a torrential downpour.
Today's only got 6 inches of rain. That'll be fine.
And luckily, the items survived. So what are we going to be talking about today? That's right, I got myself a Galaga and Galaxian from Arcade1UP. I'm going to do a full unboxing of this and a sped up assembly time to show you, well, how it gets put together. Let's have a look and see how this game plays.
Okay, here's the look of the cabinet from the front and a shot of the side artwork. You did a really nice job again with the decals on the sides. I wish the artwork was maybe up a little bit higher. It's a little bit low, but it's still a very nice decal to have on there.
Okay, I do want to show you that I did receive my acrylic overlay, but with this one I also received a paper. It's it's probably very thin cardboard decal. It's not vinyl, but it will go over any damage you may have to your current overlay. Because if you have a problem with the overlays and the paint coming off, I haven't had that problem with this yet. I've only had it a little bit, but I'm going to put this on anyway just to make sure that paint always stays good, and I'm going to put this on to make sure it's protected as well. So all we need to do is put our paper overlay on first, and then our acrylic overlay goes on top of that. Then we have to put our ball on as well. And I would recommend putting a little drop of Loctite just to keep this ball from unspinning. Then you put in your 4 screws here to hold your control panel in.
Here we can see the Galaga, the 12-in-1, and the Centipede consoles. And you can see that even without the riser, they're just nice looking machines. Let's get a view from the front. Okay, we have a nice frontal view here of these 3 units. Again, these are without the riser. These are perfect for sitting at a stool, which I find actually to be the best way to play these. You can get the 1-foot riser, or of course build a riser of your own to get it up to 5'8" to a decent height for playing when standing. But if I'm being honest, I really do prefer sitting with a stool playing these games. Maybe because I'm older, but this is just the way I'm enjoying them at this point. Okay, so I'm sitting at a stool right now. Perfect height for me to get to the control panel here. Now this is obviously a Galaga cabinet, but I'm going to start with Galaxian. That was the game I first played as a kid. I remember going to a movie theater back in the day, and before going to a movie, my dad gave me a couple of quarters, and I would always play some Galaxian, and it's one of my favorite games. So we're going to press the fire button to select it, and then the 1 player to initiate the game. And here it is. So it does appear to keep high scores. I'm not quite sure yet. I'll test it out again. It's kind of weird that it has 60-20 for a high score on there. I think I may have gotten that score. So let's find out if it keeps high scores. I want to see if I can beat that. So we're going to put a coin in, and we're going to start it. Now, I will say right off the bat that the sounds sound perfect. It's really playing very well. I will say that so far I am noticing one thing off the top of my head, is some of the colors seem a little bit off. Now, if I've never played this game before, I would never know it. But my ship, the top of my ship should be red, not white. But other than that, everything else seems to be working very, very well. Another thing I'll notice and tell you guys about is the joystick itself is working very well. It is a 2-way direction locked. There is no up and down or diagonals. You can only go left and right. There's more playing it, I guess, there would be in the real arcade machine because you're using micro switches, not the leaf switches. But the ball itself keeps turning and coming off a little bit. That's very easy to rectify, again, with a little Loctite. It will let the ball stay, the ball will stay on, but you can't remove it if you had to turn it to get it off. But the Loctite will keep it from slowly turning off. It's the same issue I had with the Pac-Man. It's not a horrible thing. It's easy to fix. Just one little drop of Loctite. I would say the emulation is very good here. Again, the only thing I'm really noticing is the top of my ship's color is different. But I know there's other ROM sets for these games. So I don't know if it's just a different ROM set or if it's something with the emulation that's making the top of the color of my ship off. Now, let me get serious here. I gotta beat my high score here, or the high score here. Now we're getting serious, we're getting serious. Yeah.
All right, okay, I got a new high score. So once I die here, we'll see if it keeps whatever score I get. The fire button also is very responsive. It's not missing any shots I'm doing. And the joystick, again, is responsive. Just a little bit more play than I remember in the arcade machine, but that was a long time ago. But the game just froze.
Say what?
So I've heard about this and just experienced it. So, well, I got high score, and it's not good that the machine just froze up in the middle of the gameplay. So, let's see if we can get back to the main menu. It does not. So off we go. On we go. Go back into the game. It did keep the high score, so that's a good thing. But the fact that it froze up in the middle of the gameplay is not a good thing. So I'm going to go back to the main menu. And we'll try some Galaga. Let's see what goes on with that game. So I'm going to go up here to Galaga, press our fire button, player 1 to start the game. And let's try out some Galaga. Well, there's a high score here of 20,000. I'm not sure if I'm going to be getting that high a score. Now, my friend Willie over at Arcade USA, this is one of his favorite games. And I can say, visually, it looks really good. The sound effects sound dead on. And the joystick, again, aside from the ball getting loose a little bit, which is fixable with a little Loctite. The controls seem fine. So I'll try and get captured here. Here we go. Suck me up. Oh, but not killing me. Alright, now I have a chance at the high score. Let me see if I can get it. Oh, I shot my ship! Oh no, I shot my ship. Well, that's a bummer. I gotta try again now. Let's try this again. See, I'm gonna start killing myself again. Oh, I'm dog meat. There we go. Alright, let's see if I can still get the score here going. Alright, bonus stage. Alright, I have a new high score, so we'll see if this save scores as well. Perfect. But I will say that this game is playing just as you'd expect it to play in the arcade. Sounds are good. The fire button is responsive. The joystick's also doing a fine job. The ball on top is getting loose again, which is a little annoying. But once again, one little drop of Loctite should take care of that. Just when you're playing it, it's spinning a little bit and it keeps getting loose. Ooh. I got a pretty good game going here. Oh no, he got away! So much for my perfect score this time. But the display is really, really nice. Very crisp. Very bright. Oh, get greedy, that's what happens. I probably shouldn't have shot him. That was dumb. But if you're a fan of Galaga, oh, I think you'll have a lot of fun with this game. These guys are vicious. I want that ship. Stage 10. Nice. Got a good score going too. Oh no! Oh, did it again. Oh, sneaky little guys. Didn't do very good then. Whoa! Maybe I could break 100,000. Oh boy. Maybe not. Oh, I just broke 100,000. Steve Weeby, I broke 100,000 here. All right, so we're gonna exit out. We're gonna shut this machine off and see if it keeps that high score. Hey, we got my name in. Okay,
So let's go back to the main menu. We're going to shut this guy off. Let's see what happens. Go back in the main menu. I'm going to turn the machine off. Wait a few seconds just to make sure all the capacitors lose their juice. And there's no way that's keeping anything from random access memory. Turn it back on. First we'll go back into Galaxian. Now again, the machine had frozen up during gameplay.
Say what?
Not quite sure why that is, but let's see if it kept the score that I had there. So I'm going to Galaxian and go into the game. And it did keep my high score. So the game had frozen up, but it did manage to keep my high score. So I'm going to go back to the main menu once again. And this time I'll go into Galaga and see if I got my 100,000 score in there. Let's go back up top. It did not save my score. So Galaxian saved my score, but Galaga just lost my 100,000 point score. So some of these machines save these the high scores and some don't. Some save games within the game and some don't. So I hope that's something that they address in the future. And I'll see if I can find out why the machine that froze up in Galaga, Galaxian I mean. I think I'll play it one more time. So I'm going to go back to the main menu and we'll just see if it does it one more time. So I'm going back to Galaxian, start her up, and let's put a coin in. Oop, start again. Nice try. Come to Papa. Oh, missed him. Oh, but I got him up there. Ooh, that was close. Oh, they're getting vicious! They're getting vicious! Oh! Can I beat my high score? No. But the game didn't freeze up that time. So that's something I'll have to investigate a little bit more. Okay, I have a little update to the Galaxian lockup issue that I had playing the Galaga console. Apparently there may have been a bug or a glitch in the code, and Arcade1UP is offering a replacement board. This is Galaga version 1.0.5. You can see that on that little decal right there. So you'd have to swap out your main board for this little guy here to take care of that glitch. It's similar to the Gauntlet issue with the Rampage unit, where they needed to replace the board to fix the issue where I think it was level 25, the machine didn't allow it to be playable. So there must have been a little bug in the code here. So it's just a call to the service number at Arcade1UP. And they'll send you out one of these little boards. You have to open up the back of the unit and put this in, but that should take care of the issue. So hope anyone who's having some issues with their unit will know to contact Arcade1UP, get a replacement board, and that should fix your issue with the Galaxian locking up on you. So let's give it a little final thoughts. So what's my final thoughts of the Galaga from Arcade1UP? Well, the machine itself looks really, really nice. I mean, it's a beautiful looking machine. I would definitely make sure you get the acrylic overlay and protector here just to make sure your control panel stays nice. But I had no issues with the cabinet. I know some people have received merchandise that was damaged. I haven't had any issues with the machine itself here. A couple of mistakes putting it together, but that was my fault. I was jumping ahead in the directions. But it takes about 20, maybe 25 minutes, up to an hour, depending how confident you are putting these things together. Very simple to put together. The gameplay was great. The Galaga played really, really well. It's really unfortunate that it doesn't save the high score, or at least it didn't save it for me. The Galaxian, which is my favorite, played very, very true to the arcade machine, but the ship's color was off, and I think the Invader's colors were a little bit off. But again, if you never played the game before, you probably would never notice that. But again, someone like myself did notice that. And it's really weird that it just froze up. I mean, in the middle of the gameplay, it just locked. And I couldn't do anything except for hitting the power switch to get the game to come back. I played it again, however, and it was fine. So I don't know if it was a glitch that particular time or if there's something else going on. I'll reach out to Arcade1UP to see about that. But again, a really nice machine. If you're a fan of Galaga, I think you'll really enjoy it. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. If you did like the video, please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. Be also to join us on the official Arcade1UP fan page on Facebook, where people not only talk about these machines as they are, but modifications, different controls, and even different artwork, just making the machines a little bit better. So thanks for watching, and remember everyone, game on like I'm going to do right now.
Glen at the Tiny Arcade fan page. Remember, don't admire people too much. They'll disappoint you.
Sit, Blue Blue, sit. Good dog.